Well, that's an interesting response. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and welcome to my media channel. And I didn't think I'd actually be doing a follow-up on this story, but this is a weird story, and maybe what's weirder about it is that it got this big in the first place. So anyway, we are going to do a follow-up on the Citizen Kane Criterion Collection cover debacle. Now, for those of you who did not catch yesterday's video, you can watch it up there, but here's the basic gist of it. Basically, Criterion Collection is getting into the 4K game. Citizen Kane, their first release ever on Laserdisc and first release ever in general, is coming home to them. It's going to be their first 4K release, and they released a cover that was not warmly received. I'm not going to show it here because I've got to, encourage you to watch the other video somehow, right? But basically, it's a giant K. And if you're thinking like, oh, well, it's like a stylized K, no, it's just a giant K on a black background. Honestly, it's not much to write home about. And this thing got so many people confused as to why it was like this that it actually trended on Twitter all day. And it became such an issue that the cover artist who works for Criterion has actually issued a statement explaining what he was considering what he was thinking about when he made this cover, and, well, defending it. And we are going to discuss that, but before we actually do, if this is your first time here and you happen to like topics like this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and ring the bell if you actually want to be notified of upcoming videos. So, this is from The Hollywood Reporter. Citizen Kane Criterion cover artist explains design motivation amid criticism, praise. So, here's the thing. The Criterion Collection Monday announced its November slate of releases, and one title in particular attracted a lot of social media attention due to its cover. The legendary Citizen Kane is among the 5 upcoming restored 4K and Blu-ray titles, and its illustrated cover featuring a large white outline block K among a black background generated a lot of chatter on Twitter, both wrathing and celebration. Some poked fun at the design over its simplicity, while others, such as IndieWire film critic David Elric, praised the work, and his description is probably why I am not a professional film critic by any trade, but I try. He says, "This is great. Minimalism that implies maximalism, done in service of a movie too outsized to meet head on. As Kane would say, I think they did pretty well under the circumstances." So, I guess that's one way of looking at it. I think it's just a K. I don't think it actually says anything about the movie myself, but yay, to each their own, right? So anyway, let's continue. Artist Mike McQuaid told The Hollywood Reporter on Tuesday he was not surprised his work elicited such strong emotion. And I'm going to say, look, dude, work. That's kind of a stretch. It's a K. It's a big K, and I guess you are going to, by the way, see what it looks like because they share a tweet where the cover shows, so, Anyway, a film of this size and importance was going to garner a strong reaction, he said. I've worked on key art for some television pilots and indie films. I've been a practicing graphic designer and illustrator with a focus on editorial illustration, branding, and collage for more than 15 years. I've done work for the New York Times, New Yorker, Nike, Pentagon, Books, and Rolling Stone, to name a few. Well, on a side note, buddy, Steven Spielberg has made some of the greatest movies of all time, and that still does not excuse War of the Worlds. Anyway. As for his artistry of the polarized cover, McQuaid explains all of the inspiration was drawn from the film, and the cover was a new take on the iconic Citizen Kane titling. Like many people, I've been a fan of the film for quite a while. Watching the film over and over has been a huge perk of the job, and, well, here's what it looks like. This was the K that garnered so much attention. Now, here's the thing. As Elric pointed out, once he explained it, I kind of understood a little bit more where he was coming from. It is both simplified and big. Like, yeah, Citizen Kane is himself is too big for the cover. But again, it's a K. I don't think it, for the most part, is going to communicate that. I think more people are going to be confused than anything. Criterion does do, here's someone that did a piece of artwork for the film. This is a fan art, and I mean, look at that. Just how much better is that? That actually kind of gives you an idea of what the movie is actually about. But again, the cover is not that big of a deal at the end of the day. I'm still more happy that Criterion Collection is getting into the 4K game. And it also, I kind of matched up the special features with the Ultimate the Ultimate Blu-ray Collector's Edition that I have. And the Criterion, they match up pretty well. I think there's only a couple things that are missing, things that I won't miss. So I'm actually happy to replace it and free up the shelf, because that's kind of a big Blu-ray set. But anyway, I would like to know what you guys think of this response. Do you agree? Do you think this was blown out of proportion? And who knows, maybe the cover's grown on you. I mean, it is kind of growing on me. I still don't think it's good, but, you know, it's not terrible, and yeah, I'm starting to warm up to it just a little bit, and maybe when I have it in hand, maybe I will warm up to it even more, but I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.